But you go out and see those gangbangers that killed a 6-year-old child that was swinging on a swing set when they missed. I'll never unsee that.
This is 62-year-old Henry Tennant, the main man in a murder-for-hire plot, killed 33-year-old father-of-4 Jared Brightigan.
You got put in the middle of something, and now it's spiraling out of control because these other people involved, because this is your vehicle involved that you're in, are going to point the finger at you. And they've already started to do that because no one wants to go to prison for the rest of their life.
On the evening of February 16th, 2022, Brightigan had just dropped off his twin son and daughter at his ex-wife's home in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. As he drove away with his 2-year-old daughter in the car, he encountered a tire in the road. When he stopped to move it, he was ambushed and shot to death. Nearly 6 months later, on August 18th, 2022, Tennant was pulled over for speeding on Edgewood Avenue. But officers weren't investigating a traffic violation. They were already building their case against him in a murder plot. They showed him images captured by license plate readers, pictures of him driving vehicles across Jacksonville, including the truck seen near the murder scene. In the end of this interrogation, you will find out what Tennant ultimately chose to say, and what happened next.
Like I said, Henry, I'm Detective Cullen.
Okay.
This is my partner, Detective Johns.
How you doing, man? You doing all right? So far. Thank you.
So, I know. Trust me, we got woke up in the middle of the night.
I'm late for work. Don't look like I'm gonna make it there today.
Well, so like I said, we're with the HOTS unit for the sheriff's office. Basically, it's a traffic offender for people that have had some driving issues. You know, that have gone because you were formerly a habitual. Driving.
Yeah, I got my license back.
Yeah, so that's what we are. That's what you asked what HOT stood for, Habitual Offender Traffic Task Force. So we work with habitual drivers. Okay?
Okay.
So that's why we got called in to talk to you. And truthfully, we probably should have talked to you the other day when you were involved in hit and run. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know. I read the report. It was nothing. It was a little minor deal. Let's know. But they should have probably contacted us then. But you didn't even get a ticket for that, did you?
Yes,
I mean, but not for your license stuff.
No.
Okay. But I want to talk to you about all that. Let's go over this form real quick. Just because you're here in this room, I know they brought you down. So I know your first name's Henry. How do you Henry, common spelling?
Correct.
What's your middle initial, Henry? A. Tenon?
T-E-N-O-N.
T-E-N-O-N. What's your date of birth, Henry?
2961.
2961. That makes you how old?
61.
60. 29. Really? I thought you were repeating your birth year. I'm half asleep, I reckon. Math's my specialty, so we're in trouble.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What's your cell phone number, Henry?
904 801
Okay.
7612.
7612. All right. So right now, you're at 311 West Monroe Street. It's not jail, it's not the police station, it's actually the state attorney's office, but that's what we do. There's some programs we work through with the state attorney's office on these license things I'll tell you about. That's why our office is here, just so you know. 311 West.
Yeah, but when I saw the state attorney office on the door, I said, now what else I'm involved in?
Yeah. Well, it's good and bad because we get to stay away from the police station downtown where no one gets to see us. But if we need anything, we gotta go to the police station. so we get to kind of hide here, but we gotta go there just to get something, you know. So it's got its ups and downs.
Understood.
Today, what's today? 18th? Is that right?
It's the 18th.
So today's August 18th. 22. It is now 7:16 in the morning. 0716. I'm asking a couple questions. Some of them might sound silly because I can tell you're a smart guy, but what's the last grade of education you completed?
12th.
12th grade. Was it here in town?
No.
Where were you?
Georgia.
Was it high school?
High school.
Do you remember the name of the high school?
Yeah, Vianna High.
Oh, what is it? How you spell it?
V-I-E-N-N-A.
See, I thought you said violent high, like you went to a violent high school.
Vienna.
Vienna, okay.
Vienna.
Because I went to violent high.
Yep.
No.
I'm like, I never heard of that.
And so you graduated?
Yes.
Okay. So you can read and write? You can read and write?
Yes.
I told you some of these questions were going to sound silly. So, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
None.
Okay. Do you take prescription medications for
No.
anything? Okay. Have you ever been diagnosed with any sort of mental disorder?
No.
Okay. So, I know you can read and write. Just need you to demonstrate that by reading this very first sentence out loud that starts with you and ends in Constitution. If you just read that one sentence.
You
Out
are
loud.
following rights under the United States Constitution.
Yes. And I'm going to read the rest of it, okay? And you can follow along. You do not have to make a statement or say anything. Anything you say can't be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you make a statement or before any questions are asked of you, and to have the lawyer with you during any questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you do answer questions, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time and consult with a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I just read to you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If you just sign there, just indicating you understand your rights, it's not any sort of admission. And I'll tell you what's going on with this hot stuff. Did you?
You got me confused already.
Well, you've been arrested for a driver's license charge.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so I have to read these to you.
Okay.
It's our departmental policy. You have a dog in the car with you?
Yes.
I think I heard. What kind of dog was it?
Lab
We're just going to sign it as
mixture.
witnesses. Lab
Chow?
what?
Yeah.
How old is he?
14 months.
Oh, puppy. Oh, yeah. Is he a stray? You adopt him? How
No. I got him. My daughter was living at my dad's place in Georgia, and she was leaving to go to somewhere in Indiana.
Okay.
I think it was New Albany.
Right.
And she called me up one Thursday and told me that she was leaving a dog in the yard tied up, and it might starve to death. I said, why you gonna do that? Why you give me a heads up on it, right? She said, well, you get it? I said, yeah. So I got me and my partner, Jerry, we got together that Friday night, went up and picked the little thing up out the yard.
Up in Georgia?
Yeah.
And it was just a stray wandering around in Georgia, still hanging out in the same spot?
He was actually on a leash in the yard.
Really?
Yeah, with water, but the food bowl was empty.
Okay.
So she wasn't lying. She just tied it to the tree.
Yeah, she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got him, brought him back, and been with me ever since.
Been a good dog,
And
too,
I can
huh?
take him everywhere I go.
Yeah.
They said it had a good. I talked to the guys when they were out there. They tell me they got a dog with them. I said they should send him to animal control. I said no. Can he? I said, what kind is it? A friendly dog? They said, oh yeah. So I said, see if there's someone that'll take it. So I think they took it back to your house.
No, I took it to a friend of mine's house.
Okay. Where do you stay at?
I'll be in between places, put it like that. Between 8701 Old King Road
Okay.
and 5239 Potomac Avenue.
Okay. What was the first one again?
8701.
Is that your house? Who's
No.
Are you just staying with friends or family or?
No, out there I just hang out when I can't go nowhere
Okay.
or get tired of everybody else.
I got you.
Well,
Who's at the other location on Potomac?
That would be Jerry Orwell, a friend of mine.
Okay. So the car you're driving today, it was a Crown Vic, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Same car you were in the other day when you were involved in the little fender bender?
Correct.
So I read the report on the fender bender, and it looked like you just made a mistake, kind of said, hey, I got nervous, drove off. I'm guessing...
Actually, I don't know what happened. I panicked.
Okay.
I'm like, oh man, what? Then I went around the block, stopped, and sure enough,
Because you knew the police were
right
coming,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just stopped and just chilled out from right there. I thought I got my senses back together. Just waited. I said, oh, I'm going to jail.
'Cause you knew
they're
it.
going to put you in them pounds.
Because you knew about your license, you shouldn't be driving, I guess.
They had me for my ID. I gave my ID.
I know, but you figured you were going to jail because you knew your license you shouldn't be driving. I mean, bottom line.
Well, on that, yes and no.
Okay. Explain that.
Because I have made the some steps in the process of getting my license back, like taking the DUI class, which I just found out it's still on record as not being completed, which it is. Did a defensive driving course.
Okay.
All right. On the other two factors is paying the $210 reinstatement fee to Georgia.
Okay.
And getting a SR-22A, whatever that is.
Okay. So, how much do you think it's going to cost you to get your license back?
Let's see, $210, $211 to Georgia reinstatement fee. And I think I got a court cost here from 2017 that's probably got me on a suspension on that side there too. So that's $600 right there. SR-22A, I have no idea what that'll cost yet, because everybody I called trying to get a quote on it,
right,
telling me about I need some case number or something,
right,
that I can't find in my paperwork. I said, you got my name and everything else,
right,
so y'all got the computer on your side.
Right.
I don't want a quote on how much money I got to come up with to get this SR-22A for 6 months paid in full.
I got you.
You know, and you want the case number. I said, contact Georgia like I did to find out that I needed this.
Yeah.
You know,
you're a little more motivated than they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so stuff like that.
So, with the license, well, you said yes and no, so you know you shouldn't have been driving that day. Did you figure they would have wrote you a ticket for it that day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or take me to jail.
Right, right. And so they didn't give you one. So,
they gave me a citation to make arrangement with.
Got to make a court date, like 10 days.
Yeah,
that's
within
courthouse,
30
yeah.
days.
So part of what we do, there's lots of things. You know, there's some programs. Have you ever heard of the Florida Amnesty Program?
No.
So there's some programs that help people get their license back, and they'll actually pay.
I need some.
Okay, they'll actually pay part of the money towards getting it done. As long. Do you work?
Yes.
Full time?
Well, due to lack of business, I think I average 30 hours a week.
Okay. Okay. So almost you're getting. I mean, you're willing to work full time, but you're just getting 30 hours.
Right.
Okay. So, but you're making an effort to work.
Yes.
Okay.
Every day.
Where you work at?
Munison Pallet Incorporated.
Where's that at?
Our division is on 3160 West 45th Street in Jacksonville.
Okay. How long's your license been bad?
Since 2014.
Okay. So the only way you can make money and earn a living is you gotta go to work.
Yes.
Okay. So the sacrifice for being able to put food on the plate, have a place to live and all that, you know you gotta drive.
Yes.
Okay. So
I ain't finna do nothing else to try to make money.
no, I understand. I've looked at I know a little bit about you because your name popped up on our desk 4 days ago when this happened, and we should have been notified to talk to you that day after the traffic accident.
Okay.
But because they didn't write you the ticket, we weren't notified. So the reports started coming in, and we saw it, and we run things. So then we found you were involved in that incident afterwards, because all we do is track habitual offenders or previous habitual offenders that are still living. Because right now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but right now the biggest problem in Jacksonville is homicides. Well, they include traffic homicides in that too.
I get my news. Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah.
My news break on my phone is always bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
I'm like, mother found dead, body found in auction, something like that, or murder on the west side, murder on the east side.
So you know that these deaths are happening around the city. Well, they've lumped all homicides together, including traffic homicides, and they figure, people wouldn't be dying out on the street if people that weren't supposed to have guns didn't have guns. Well, they're also, now their philosophy is people wouldn't be dying in these traffic crashes if people that aren't supposed to be driving aren't driving. You see how it kind of ties together? So, but there's different levels of that. You know what I mean? There's different. Is it just somebody that's had 7 DUIs and just a a menace to society driving, or someone who just doesn't have the money to get their license reinstated, and they continue to get, because it's an endless cycle. You get a bad license, you miss court, you don't fail to pay, fail to appear, another ticket, fail to pay, fail to appear, another ticket. Now you've got all these tickets. Now next thing you know, you cannot afford to get your license back. Next thing you know, you got another driving on suspended license charge. Next thing you know, you're another one. Now you're habitual. And I'm sure that's probably something similar to what happened to you.
That's why I've been trying to avoid re-entering.
Well,
because one, since everything, it started right around the time of COVID-19 first coming to my knowledge. But I don't know how long it was in effect before I knew anything about it.
Right.
But our business went down so that it's taking everything I can do, because during that same time, that was when I completed the DUI school, the defensive driving course, and was trying to get the SR-22A quote thing and go through it and come up with the reinstatement fee money.
Right.
And the court cost money that I got from 2017.
Right. So I think that's part of why this program, that when I mentioned the people that qualify for it can get assistance, because they recognize that there's some people that are really trying to do the right thing and just don't have the money to get it done. But so there's different levels, different parameters to get qualified. So, and like you said, you're no longer habitual.
Right.
So the why we're here to talk to you is, so the problem with your license is that we need to try and figure out is, so even though you're not habitual, today's traffic, your license charge today is actually a felony. Did you know that?
Say that again.
It's a felony because of how many convictions you've had. So it's considered a felony offense.
The detective casually drops that Henry's current license charge is a felony. Henry's immediate, stunned response, 2 simple words, Buzz, reveals a moment of genuine psychological rupture. Up until this point, he believed he was dealing with minor traffic infractions. This is the first time the stakes fully register. His brain stalls. He needs repetition to process the threat. It marks the transition from cooperative chatter to defensive alertness, though he quickly masks it with continued compliance.
So once that activates the felony portion of it, we have the discretion to go back through your driving history and look to see if you should be reinstated as habitual. But there's a lot of factors that we weigh into that, and one is, who are we talking to? What kind of guy is he? Do we need to do this? Does he deserve to be habitual again? Is he going to be honest with us? Is he telling us I only drive because I need to put food on the table? Or is he driving because he's going to the club and picking up prostitutes and buying dope and selling dope around town? You know what I'm saying? Well, from looking back at you, I don't see that. I don't see that. And matter of fact, those kind of people we normally don't even come talk to because they ain't worth our time. You know what I'm saying? We usually come to the ones that we're trying to decide, is this someone that, would fit some of the needs of these programs? Is this a productive member of society that needs to go to work? Mm-hmm. He's contributing to society. You know what I mean? And so far, that's what we see. I understand you picked up some people to take them to a methadone clinic today. So, I mean, that tells a little bit about your character right there. So we're willing to do this, but what and how that works for the habitual, where you could be reinstated, is now because of this felony charge, your previous status, and this new initiative, the HOT initiative, we're able to look back at your driving record retroactively. So we can go back through things that you might not have even been charged with, things where your name popped up in a report, where you weren't issued a citation but could have been issued a citation, things like that, all kinds of things. So how we decide to move forward is really going to be up to you. I'll be honest with you. If you're going to be straight with us and you don't lie to me and you tell me, and you're straight with us, we'll see about how we can help you where you're still a productive member of this society, because we're not trying to arrest our way out of this problem. Some people just legitimately need help. Okay? And I don't see you as someone out there driving drunk at 2 a.m. through a school zone in the morning, things like that. But we do need to just talk about your driving history. Okay? So the car you're in now, Crown Vic, is that right? How long you had that car? And let
It don't belong to me. It
Okay.
belongs to a friend of
And
mine.
before and you've seen crime TV shows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that I know the answer to most of these questions I'm going to ask you. I'm trying to see what kind of man you are. If you're a man of character, and you're going to be straight with me, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm willing to work with those kind of people and willing to have a discussion with them about how we move forward, okay?
Okay.
But
Listen.
okay. So tell me about the Crown Vic. How long you been driving it?
Since what, March, February
Of this year?
of this year.
Okay. And whose car is it?
Joseph Warwick.
Okay. That's who it's registered to?
Yes.
Okay. That's the guy you live with on
Right.
Potomac? Or
No,
stay with sometimes?
That's his father.
That's his father. Is his father still alive?
No.
Okay. Because the car is registered to his father still, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you've been driving that since March-ish?
February, March, somewhere around there.
Okay. And is that what you used to get to work?
At that time, I was using a bicycle.
Okay. Well, once you started driving the car, I mean.
Yeah. And
Okay.
that was when I was having trouble getting, cause one of the passengers this morning,
Mm-hmm.
it was my, I say, long time acquaintance, friend, girlfriend,
Kind of girlfriend
lover,
there. Yeah.
what, you know, and we started having trouble with her getting to the clinic, getting somebody else to go by to get her to the
Mhm.
clinic, because I didn't want her to be dope sick or anything to miss that. So I started making sure that I still want to get her there. And then a long time childhood friend of hers, they happened to move back to their neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
needed to go, so I started picking both of them up.
Okay.
Then once they're done with the clinic, then I go to work.
Wow.
You know.
Have you ever had to go to the methadone clinic yourself?
No.
Okay. What's your motivation to get these people to methadone? I mean, I appreciate it. I think it's a great thing you're doing. I'm just wondering what brought that out in you.
When it first started, I guess you could call it love and concern of the one that you love. huh?
Okay.
And making sure that they get what they needed.
Okay. Are you in a relationship with one of the
Yes.
individuals, the female?
Yes, of
I'm
course.
guessing.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's good. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that okay. So that's good. I appreciate that. So you started driving back in March, drove it around, and like I said, you know, I know the answer to this. I knew you were driving the car, and about when you start, because we should have talked to you the other day and didn't. We've had 3 days to do our homework on you, 4 days now, I guess, since you kind of we're driving today. We were going to come talk to you.
Yes.
We were going to come see
That
you
was
probably tomorrow.
Saturday.
Was it Saturday? Okay, so it came in on desk on Monday because we were off on. We don't work weekends.
Okay.
So we got it on Monday. So we were going to come talk to you tomorrow. We were going to try and track you down tomorrow and talk to you about this. But it worked. This may work out better for you, even though it doesn't seem that way. I know it doesn't feel that way right now. But so that car, you've been driving it for 4 or 5 months now. How often do you drive it? Like every day to work, stuff like that? Is that pretty much your car to get around in?
Pretty much.
Okay.
You know.
Did you buy the car from the other guy, or is he just letting you use it? What's the
No,
status
he
there?
didn't use it.
Okay. Do you take it? You take it to the other house? You said you stay at Potomac, and what was the other one again?
8701 Old King Road.
Okay. Do you sometimes take it there, and when you stay the night?
No, when I go out there, I would leave my buddy,
Mm-hmm.
which is my K9 friend, with him,
Okay.
and I would back it out on that side.
I got you. So, how many times have you? Where's the furthest you drove the car? And I know the answer to this. by the
I
way.
drove it all the way to Georgia.
Okay.
A little place called Drayton.
Okay.
See my oldest brother out there.
When was that?
That was April.
Okay.
Yeah, April.
Okay. And where in Georgia again?
Drayton.
Drayton, Georgia. Where's that at?
Drayton, Georgia is
I have kin in Arlington, Georgia, but which you might not have
Drayton's
ever heard
15 miles west of Vienna on Highway 27.
What's the closest big town that I might know?
Where is the relation to Savannah?
Speak English. Speak English.
Have you ever been to Cordell?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, so that put it 39 miles northwest of Cordell.
Okay. All right. So what's that? A couple hour drive? About 3 hours.
Three and a half.
Okay. All right. Ever get stopped in that car by the police?
No.
Okay.
Haven't you yet?
Right. So there's things that we have around town called LPRs. You've probably never heard of that.
Mm-mm.
And we have another thing called RTC. LPR is a license plate reader. RTC is real-time cameras. So they're some of them are hidden in plain sight, and others not so much. You know what I mean? So whenever you drive by these things, they capture two things. They capture the license plate of the car, and facial recognition software gets the driver, not the passenger, only the driver. So I know you've been driving the car, so I appreciate you being honest. And I know you've been out of town in the car, so I appreciate you being honest. So there's times where these other cameras can also, when they capture this, they tell us how fast you're going, and whether you're speeding, whether you've ran, if you're going, some of them are at lights, if you run a red light, or some of them are at stop signs if you don't come to a complete stop. I know it sounds petty, but that's where we're at these days. Big Brother is always watching. So because of this program, we're able to go back to any time we have you on thing and analyze your driving to see if you need to be reinstated as habitual. So you had the Crown Vic since March. What were you driving prior to that? And I know the answer to this too.
My bicycle.
No, you're in a different vehicle. You're on these real-time cameras and LPR. I have pictures of all this too, and I'll show you. So you drove a different car before that, and you've been out of town in that car too. It's not a trick question.
No car.
Yeah. I mean, you've been doing really well up until this point. Now I'm starting to get concerned why you wouldn't want to talk about this other car you drove. I'm not sure. You've been doing so well. I don't have any red flags against you and these programs that we speak of. But now I'm nervous. Did you drive this other vehicle like a madman or something? Are you worried that you were speeding all over the place in it?
No.
Okay, because I don't necessarily have that.
The only piece of that aggravating look I had.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. You had the blue truck, right? Is that the truck you speak of?
Yeah, it was a blue truck.
Okay. So how long did you drive that truck?
Shoot, what? Probably about 8 months, maybe.
Okay. We'll get to the truck.
Started having trouble with that regular. No.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to go. I don't want to go too far back with your driving. I can go back. I'm allowed to go back 5 or 6 years if I want to, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't need to do that. But what before that? Before the truck? What was the car before the truck?
No car before.
Okay. Nothing. Didn't drive at all for a while.
That's why I couldn't remember my car. You kept saying car.
Okay. Well, vehicle. All right. Vehicle.
Okay. So
vehicle. So prior to the truck, so you had the Impala since March. You had the truck for about 8 months prior to March.
No, the Crown Vic. No Impala.
I'm sorry. I meant the Crown Vic. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Crown Vics are police cars. You know that. And now we drive Impalas, so that's not. This is me. I told you, you had more coffee than I have. I need coffee. So you had the Crown Vic, March. Truck 8 months prior to that, and you're saying you didn't drive any other vehicles prior to the truck?
No.
Okay.
No, I must have used one or two bicycles I had.
Would you borrow a car from time to time, perhaps?
No.
Okay.
Not doing that time.
So you weren't doing much driving. So the last 14 months, I figure about 5 months was with the Crown Vic, about 8 months with the other. So about 13, 14 months you were driving those two cars, but you didn't drive much prior to that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Why not? How come you?
Wasn't nothing available.
Okay, you just didn't have anything you could
I just
drive.
didn't have the desire. And plus, at that, couple was too small to keep with me. You know.
So whose truck is it? Whose truck was it?
It wasn't my father's truck.
Was your father's truck?
Yeah.
Is your father still alive?
No.
Okay.
He dead.
Was he alive when you got the truck?
No, he was dead.
He was already dead. Where's your father? Where's your father from?
Georgia.
What part of Georgia?
He lived in Vienna, Georgia.
Vienna, where you went to high school.
That's where I went to high
That's
school.
right.
Right.
I see. I remember that.
His brain's kicking in.
Yeah. It's just so close to the high school name I went to.
Mm-hmm.
So your dad lived up in Vienna,
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, and he passed away and left you the truck, or just the truck was there for you to use?
He passed away, left me in the truck.
When did he pass away?
He passed away in 2019.
Okay.
Was it COVID or
Huh?
was it because of COVID?
No, I didn't.
No, your dad. What, did he pass away? Did he get sick from COVID or?
No, he had a aneurysm in the stomach.
Oh, okay.
And in the town they're trying to get a surgeon. He passed away before they can get a surgeon to him.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too. It still bugs me.
Yeah, that's horrible. No medical facilities up there that would treat him without.
Nothing close to where close enough to get to him in time.
I see.
To perform that surgery.
Okay, so rescue showed up and they couldn't get into a specialist in time.
They got
essentially.
him to the hospital. They couldn't get a specialist to him or him to a specialist.
Okay, well, I hate to
In
hear
time.
that. That's terrible. That's I guess there's a lot of great things about small town America, but there's some things that you don't get in the big city like a Shands or a UF Health, a Mayo Clinic, where
Right.
they're specialists for everything 24/7. But so he passed away in 2019, but you didn't get the truck till like sometime last year, I guess.
When I started, because that truck stayed in Georgia until.
He speaks slowly, with genuine grief, about a preventable death in a small town with no surgical access. Psychologically, this is emotional leakage. He is not performing, he is reliving pain. For the detectives, this confirms his humanity and reinforces their belief that he is not a hardened criminal. For Henry, this moment of raw honesty may later make him more susceptible to trusting the interrogators when the pressure intensifies.
January 2021.
January of last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
21. Started having a problem with it up there, so
Right.
we went through the process of putting a new transmission filter in and changing oil.
What kind of truck was it? What model?
It was a Ford F-150.
Okay.
Larry.
What year was it?
2004.
Okay, so that's one of the older engines. That's the kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that engine is crap.
Yeah. Well, they don't. Those are.
It runs good while it's running,
Mm-hmm.
but that engine is crap. You start having a problem with that stuff, go ahead and start saving your money. Okay, if you ever get one, go ahead and start saving your money so you can buy a new engine and put in. Don't go trying to work on that regular stuff, man, because
It's impossible to get the parts for them.
Huh?
It's impossible to get the parts for them because they have those.
No, it's not. They're just expensive.
Well, I guess that's why it's impossible to get them, because they're so expensive. So it makes it impossible for people like you and me. And the reason I know is I recently, last year, sold a 2004 Ford Ranger that I had had for all those years.
Okay.
And I had the same thing. That loved the truck. It had 200,000 miles on it. Never a problem. But then I finally got a problem. I started looking at trying to get it fixed, and they told me, you better off putting a new engine in it than trying to fix this one. It would be cheaper to put a new engine in it.
That when I got that information right there,
They told you the same thing?
really frustrated me on that one, especially after checking around.
Right.
Price of a nuisance.
Yeah.
For that thing.
4 or 5 grand?
Yes.
Yeah. I tried to go to a junkyard and get one that I could rebuild, but it would have cost about the same. That's something to consider. Is you can go to junkyards, they'll get a truck that's been wrecked, even like a newer truck, because that. See, now I had restrictions with the Ranger because it's the smaller truck, so I had to find a smaller engine. But that full-size truck, you could go to a junkyard and get a car that's been totaled recently, like a 2018 truck, and it would fit in that thing, and you could salvage. You could buy that engine. The engine's probably perfectly good, just needs a little bit of work. And just buy the engine from the junkyard. I tried to do that.
Cheap one I found in the junkyard was like $3 grand.
Really? Okay, so you tried that too? Yeah. Well, that's because of the inflation that we have now. 2 years ago, you'd have got it for $1,800. Yeah, but now everything in the car industry. Anyway, whatever. So the truck was your daddy's?
Yeah.
And he gave it to you. You went up to Georgia and get it or something? And drove it. Did it drive? You were able to drive it back here? Or you have to tow it back?
No, during that time, it was driving.
It was running.
That thing started giving me a problem. Around December 2021. Every time you get one thing fixed, something else went wrong with it.
Well, let me say this.
January it went down.
Do you have
that thing fixed in March?
Do you have any from the LPRs?
Yeah.
Give me one of the LPR ones, not the facial recognition, just one that shows the tag. For the Crown Vic.
Crown Vic.
Yeah. I just want to show you what we're talking about with the technology that they have these days.
Recent one.
Okay. So, for instance, here's one where you were driving the Crown Vic on. This is recent. This is August 7th. August 7th, 2022, 10:53 a.m. There you are driving eastbound on 8th Street at Davis Street. 11 o'clock in the morning. There's your license plate. There's you driving. So we have a whole other.
Actually, that wasn't me driving. I was a passenger.
Oh,
That was Jimmy.
That was Jimmy driving? Okay. Well, I didn't pull up.
Some of them are better than others.
No, well, so what it is, we have two things. We get two different printouts. One is the.
I remember that the day that we was on it.
One is the car and the tag, and then we get about a week later we get the facial recognition. So some of these, there are times where I have this and someone else driving, but most of them are you driving. I mean, you don't deny that you're driving the car most of the time.
Right.
I mean, we wouldn't be here if that was the case. We'd just send you down the road.
Okay.
So that's what it is. So we have dozens of instances with you and that. We have dozens of incidents with you driving the truck. So the truck, even though it was raggedy, it drove because you're driving it. And there's a bunch of incidents with you. Show me one with the truck, just so I can show them the truck. Did you? So you said that? Did you ever get the engine fixed on the truck?
No.
What ended up happening? So here's the truck. There's the tag on the truck. It's at New Kings, 5830 New Kings. But this is probably a little while after you got it back to Jacksonville, 12/31/21.
Okay.
So that's probably after you brought it back to Jacksonville, correct? Okay. And I know it's been 6-7 months. Do you remember what you were doing on New Kings that day? I know it's been. You probably don't.
December 23rd.
So it's right before Christmas.
I don't know.
You're actually right at.
Probably I went over to visit the tree hangers over there. The crew that's over there visit every once in a while.
Okay. They cut trees down?
Huh?
They cut trees down?
No.
You said tree
hangers.
What's that mean?
I mean they hang out sit around the tree.
Oh.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah, I figure it's slang for something, but they're just hanging out under a tree. All right, so here's how I know it drives in April. There you're April 2nd.
Okay.
And I know where you're going. You will too once you read the address. 103rd and Ricker. You did something to the truck. You had to get something on it. You remember what it was? You went somewhere and bought a couple.
103rd and Ricker.
That should tell you where you were with the truck. Tires. Getting tires.
I went out there to
Value tire or something
Discount.
like that. Discount tire.
Yeah.
Get a couple tires put on it.
Mm-hmm.
You get a flat or something?
No, they just wore out.
Oh, okay. So it's driving. So obviously the car's driving, and I got probably 20 with the truck and about 15 with the car, with the Impala, where you're driving. So you're driving, but we know that.
Okay.
So was there ever a time it broke down you had to tow it anywhere? Even back to your house or anything?
That was in April.
In April of this year?
Yeah, April of this year.
You had to do, what happened?
I thought about it. Yeah. That time, that when the oil pump stopped working.
And it just wouldn't drive?
Yeah.
And did you have to tow it, or you leave it on the side of the road? What'd you do with it?
No, it got towed.
Where'd you tow it to?
Towed it over to Old Kings and Edgewood.
Mm-hmm. What's there?
Huh?
What's that Old Kings in Edgewood that you tow it to there?
That was I towed it to 5239 Potomac.
Okay.
Then I towed it to, I drove it up to the mechanic shop to have him check it out.
What mechanic shop?
Then I drove back after that, left it parked there at Twin Store.
Uh-huh. How long you leave it up at the store there?
I don't know, probably about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. And then what'd you do with it? What's the furthest you ever drove in that truck?
Huh?
Before I asked you how far you went in the Crown Vic, what's the furthest out of town you went? What's the furthest out of town you went in the truck?
I went down to, Prescott, Florida.
Okay. Where's that at?
Down southwest of Orlando.
Okay. You got family down there?
No.
No? What brings you to Prescott?
No, a friend of mine wanted to go down there. Well, a guy that I knew through a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go down, one of the Mexican guys that I
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah, would I take him down there? And that particular Sunday, I had nothing else to do.
Okay. The reason I'm asking these questions, I'm sure you're curious, is because remember how I said I'm trying to determine what kind of person would risk a felony thing and a potential habitual thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm making sure you're not making dope runs. I'm making sure you're not going to see prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure these are legitimate. Making sure you're who you tell me you are.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Okay.
So that's why when we're trying to sort through all this. So,
That's why
give me a few more of the Crown Vic pictures if you don't mind. Just the LPR, not the facial stuff. So far, if this were a test, you're doing very well. As far as the qualifications for high. So here's a few more with the Crown Vic. So this is about 2 months ago to today. It's actually 2 months to today. 5:43 p.m. You're on Moncrief and 33rd at 5:43 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You remember where you were going? Why you were driving that day?
Moncrief and 33rd,
Mm-hmm.
5:43. That was after I had got off work.
Mm-hmm.
probably one of them roadside restaurants or somebody, seafood or something.
Okay. Maybe get something to
Get
eat.
something to eat.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what was the dude's name that gave you the car again? That you said, the Impala that owns the Impala? I know it's his daddy's car, but he died.
Joe the oil was Jerry.
Jerry. So he basically just knew you needed a ride because your truck was,
Yeah.
excuse my
everything
language.
else.
So he let you use this. So you basically had the keys to the car and could drive whenever you wanted, obviously, right?
Yep.
Did you ever let anyone else drive that car? Or were you? I mean,
Other than Jimmy,
who's Jimmy?
Hmm?
Who's Jimmy?
a guy that I know from hanging out under the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why?
If we want to go somewhere else, and I say I don't feel like driving.
I see. Would you ride with them though?
Yeah.
Okay, so if the car went somewhere, you were with it because you know what time it is. That car might not come back.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, because there are some times, like I said, where you're the passenger. So I'm just trying to figure out who else would have drove the car, and it's okay. It's no big deal. But so Jimmy was the only other one you'd probably let drive that car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'd be in there with.
It's right. You ain't letting no one take your ride because it was hard enough for you to get it. Okay, I'm with you. I don't do the same thing. So that's pretty much the same thing with the truck too. If you drove it, if someone else drove it, you were with them.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, can you think of a time you wouldn't have?
Huh?
Can you think of a time that you weren't with them when you owned that truck?
Yeah, if I had to work.
I know,
One
but
time I'll let it go, without me being there.
that's you. Who would you let use it then?
That would be Jerry.
Okay, the guy you lived with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy that lives on Potomac that you stay with from time to
Yeah.
time. He might take it. What are your work hours?
My work hours from 6:30 in the morning when I can get there
Mm-hmm.
to 2:30, 3 o'clock in the evening.
And how many, in the 8 months, you said about 8 months you had the truck?
Mm-hmm.
In the 8 months you had the truck, about how many times you let Jimmy drive it?
Jimmy never drove.
I mean, Jerry.
What, 2 times?
Just a couple times?
Yeah.
Okay. And besides him, and those times he drove it, you weren't in the truck with him?
No.
Those 2 occasions?
Mm-hmm.
And did he take you to work those days? Did he come get it from work? Why did he need it when he's got his own car?
No, because he needed to pick up either a TV.
Okay, so he needed the bed of the
Washing
truck.
machine.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
But he would get it back to you when you got off work.
correct.
And so you say the latest you worked is like 3 o'clock, something like that? Okay.
Something like that.
Because you're getting 30 hours a week, basically.
Pretty much.
Yet they ever let you work late?
No.
No?
No.
What's the latest you ever worked?
Usually they want us out at about 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay, so if you got to stay to 3, you're lucky.
Yeah,
What's the latest you think you ever stayed at work?
3.
Okay.
Doesn't it kicking you out of there?
Yep. But our guys, they stayed till 5, so they want to have time to get everything cleaned out from the day, set back up for the next day.
So I know that some of these dates are 6 months, 8 months, whatever ago, so I'm not going to hold you to it. But when I show you these, if I show you one and you weren't driving and Jimmy was driving, either this or I show you one and it might have been, I don't know that we have one where Jerry's driving the truck, but if it's one of those ones you think hey, it might have been him driving, you tell me, okay? So here's another one with the Impala. Oh wait, I just showed a Crown Vic. Damn, man.
He's never going to
See, I'm testing it. That's how good you are. I'm trying to trick you up, and you're so good with this Crown Vic. So here you are, 5:24:22, 4:35 in the afternoon. Moncrief and 33rd again. So probably same thing, you think? So the other one was 6:18, but this is pretty much the same location. Do you have any recollection of what might have been happening that day?
Moncrief and 33rd.
Yeah.
I must be going out to Tractor Supply.
Okay. What would you get there?
Either tires for one of the generators that I had, or some dog
Okay.
supply, or
Okay.
some nuts or bolts or whatever.
Okay. So what part of towns do you pretty much reside yourself to? Are you someone who goes all over the city, or are you pretty much in your little
Pretty much west
nest? Pretty much the west side?
Yeah.
If you went to another part of town, you got friends anywhere else that you go visit, that you'd be in this Crown Vic or anything, that you go out to the north side or out to Mandarin or anything?
No.
No? Nowhere else you can think of?
No.
Okay. All right. So you know how it works. It's your car driving down the street. It doesn't really tell you from looking at it where it is, because it's just a car on the road. So I'll speed this up and I'll just tell you where you're at. So here you are on US 17 at Leonard C. Taylor Parkway on April 9th. So this is I showed you. So I showed you in the truck on April 2nd, and you were in the truck on April 2nd on where was he at in the truck on April 2nd?
Ricker Road.
Ricker Road.
Yeah.
So this is about a week after you were in the truck on Ricker. You're now in the Crown Vic on Leonard C. Taylor Parkway North. This is one of those times you told me you were out of town. So it's not too far. It's out by Green Cove Springs. So which way are you headed? You're headed southbound. So I guess you're headed out of town.
In the Crown Vic?
Yeah.
Green Cove Spring?
Yeah. Well, you're headed south on Leonard C. Taylor Parkway.
Somewhere in Clay County.
I don't remember traveling out there.
So, South Orange Avenue, nearest intersection, South Orange Avenue, Highway 16. So it looks like you'd have been headed south, like going there's a lot of ways you could go. You could go to Palatka.
Was that a Sunday? I think if it was a Sunday,
I can tell you.
that was the day I took Peggy Sue down to Palatka to see her sister, because she was having trouble with her old man, and she was worried about the children being all right.
What about a Saturday? Could it have been Saturday you're thinking of?
Might have been.
It was a weekend.
It had to have been a Sunday, because during that time I was working on some other junk on Saturday.
Yeah, it looks like it was Saturday probably.
It was a Saturday?
Yeah, and maybe you were done with all that junk because it's 3 in the afternoon. Is that how would you go that way probably, if that's where you were headed with her?
Probably would.
Okay, so maybe that's what it was.
Went to Palatka.
What did you take her there for?
I remember taking her down to see her sister.
Okay. Do you go there and back the same day?
Yes.
Okay. How do you drive? Do you pay attention to the speed limit when you drive?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Do you try and stay within a couple miles of it? Not
Yeah,
drive
I
too
was
fast?
shopping this morning when the guy pulled me over.
Right.
Said I was running 47, and I know I don't even make no gas when I get out there to take my time and ease on, let everybody go on about their business that want to pass me.
Give me a few with the truck then. So that was probably taking her down. She got family down there?
No, she got family.
That's what I'm saying. She's got family down there? Alright. How long y'all been together?
We ain't together.
Oh, you're not?
No, that's
Okay.
someone I know.
Okay. Oh, that's Peggy Sue. I'm sorry. That's not the girl that was in the car today?
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it
She's
was
somebody
that.
that wanted to go see her sister.
I got you.
Would I take her down there?
So here you are, March 3rd, in the truck on Moncrief and 33rd, about, here, let's do this, since the days of the week can sometimes help. So March 3rd is a Thursday afternoon, around 3:45, you're on Moncrief and 33rd again, around 3:45. That's that's about a month before you had to get the tires for it.
I think I needed a battery for something.
Maybe not the truck, but something out like something at the house or something.
A battery for either a lawnmower It was better for the lawnmower.
Okay. And here's another one from February 6th. You're on Moncrief again. February 6th is a February 6th is a Sunday. So Sunday afternoon. So you don't work weekends, do you? Or do you? So it's a Sunday afternoon, about 3:45, and you're at the same place, Moncrief and 33rd. So this is, like I said, this is about that same time frame as the other time.
He was probably headed to Callahan doing that job, probably.
Okay. So here you are in the truck back in January of this year, end of January, and you're on A1A out in Ponte Vedra, in St. Johns County.
Mm-hmm. I went out there to cut a yard.
Okay. It actually looks like you got a big cooler in the back of the truck. Would you take a cooler with you to mow the yard, maybe? Do you take your own lawn equipment when you cut a yard?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have the lawnmower in the back of the truck with you? If you were, that's what you're doing. Does that refresh your memory at all?
No.
Okay. So do you
Where?
You're at A1A and Ponte Vedra Lake Boulevard on. So you're out there off of A1A and Ponte Vedra. A1A, you know what A1A is, right? Out there, it runs to where TPC is and all the beautiful people live.
Like if you go to Jack's Beach all the way to St. Augustine along the ocean, that's A1A.
Mm-hmm. I know what A1A is.
So it's a January 29th. So it's a Saturday afternoon, about 3:37 in the afternoon. Saturday afternoon, January. This is just shortly before you start driving the Crown Vic. A month or so before you start driving the Crown Vic. Month and a half. So do you remember going out to A1A to mow somebody's yard? Did you do some yard maintenance
I
out
out
there?
there to mow some yard, and I was thinking that was one of them, but that wasn't it. I don't know what the hell that was.
Where would you go to mow the yard at? Whose yard would you mow?
I forgot the address. Ferris, that's all I know. I don't know his last name.
How many times you mow their yard?
Oh shoot, about 4 or 5.
4 or 5 times?
Mm-hmm.
Where they live at?
Damn, I can't think of the address right offhand.
I mean, because obviously you're not mowing a yard. There's no lawnmower in the truck. And I'll be honest with you, none of these show. I don't think I see any with a lawnmower in the truck.
Okay.
So.
I don't know what was going on out there.
You haven't. Okay.
I know I ain't got.
Were you headed somewhere else? Maybe down to St. Augustine, perhaps shooting straight down A1A. You got any reason being St. Augustine?
Been down St. Augustine that way.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But when?
All right. Isn't there one on Beach Boulevard?
Yeah, I don't have the full.
What's the date on that one? So it's no big deal, but I'm just wondering if you can try and think a little more, because of all the times you're captured in these things, obviously multiple times on Moncrief, Ricker, same places over. This is the only time you're ever at these locations.
The only time I remember the location.
Yeah, the only time we ever capture you, like all these images we have and shots of you driving and going places, a lot of them are repeat places. It's getting you going the same places all the time. 33rd and Moncrief, Because you're a creature of habit. You kind of stay in your spot, right? Yeah.
So the fancy word for that is called
But
pattern.
when you find something, here's like something good somewhere else,
Well,
check it out for the first
it can't
time.
be that good because
Then you go back to
It can't be that good because you got the name wrong. So it wasn't that memorable. But I'm kidding. But
Anyway,
yeah.
all right.
But this is, you don't go to this place a bunch of times. This is the only time we ever capture you going to that place. That the cameras capture you going to these places. Where else might you? Okay. And you can't think of any other places out of town you've driven in the truck?
Out of town?
Yeah. Do you ever remember running a red light in the truck and thinking, oh, I just ran a red light, I hope there's no cameras?
No.
Okay.
No, I usually stop before that happens.
Okay. Well, I'm going to grab a couple other pictures for you to show you. We'll come back and talk to you. You want some more coffee? Or some water or something?
No water.
Coffee?
I haven't no water all night.
Stand by. We'll bring you some coffee. I need one too. I'll grab these other pictures and we'll come back and talk to you and finish up. All right?
All right.
You want some coffee too?
You want some more coffee?
No, he wants coffee. I'm asking you. Sorry, man. Had to brew a fresh pot. My partner John's had got a call from traffic homicide on a different case. He's just answering a couple questions for him. We'll be right back. I want to get locked in with here. I did that I had to come down here at like 11 o'clock at night to talk to somebody one night and didn't hit that button. I got to know that guy really well as we waited 4 hours for somebody to come let us out.
This is the structural pivot. Up to now, the conversation has been a slow, meandering biographical chat. The narrator explicitly flags that everything is about to change. Psychologically, this is the moment Henry's baseline of safety is shattered. He has been lulled into a false sense of control, believing he is negotiating license fees. When the detectives re-enter, he will suddenly realize the entire first hour was a setup.
Today's the most important day of your life. All right? I'm going to shoot you straight. You got some tough decisions to make, but there's really only one right answer. So we've told you a lot, but we haven't told you everything. And you've been pretty honest with us, and I appreciate that. But there's a lot more to this than what we've told you, what we've let on. So here's what's up. Today's the most important day of your life. All right? I'm going to shoot you straight. You got some tough decisions to make, but there's really only one right answer. So we've told you a lot, but we haven't told you everything. And you've been pretty honest with us, and I appreciate that. But there's a lot more to this than what we've told you, what we've let on. So there's other people down here that we're interviewing at the same time about a case. It's way bigger than some traffic charges.
Yeah, I don't figure that much out already.
Okay,
I just don't know what.
Okay, well, you're going to know in a second. And these people, so this is a choice you get to make. You're at what they call a crossroads in your life, okay? There's two paths you can take. One goes this way, one goes this way. One can lead to Henry still being Henry out living a life potentially one day, because we know what Henry's all about, and he's not somebody that's going around doing violent things, doing vicious things to people. But somehow Henry got caught up in something. You got put in the middle of something, and then now it's spiraling out of control because these other people involved, because this is your vehicle involved that you're in, are going to point the finger at you, and they've already started to do that because no one wants to go to prison for the rest of their life. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So, Henry, listen to me. Listen, just listen. I know this is a lot to take in. Okay. But I need you to tell us everything you can about what happened that night, and I need you to be honest. And so, you need to tell us right now. We know the answers, like I told you, and I'm not lying to you. We know the answers to these questions we ask you, and I'm trying to determine, because if...
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Or whatever. Something similar to that.
Okay.
I have heard that expression.
I can believe that. I'm willing to believe that, and I certainly, based on what I know about you, that's and what we believe, that's what happened. But you have to tell us.
9 o'clock at night, I'm doing the bed.
Okay.
I feel bad about this line of question.
Okay. Well, here's what's up. I know you go to work every day. We've been looking at you for months. We know your driving pattern. I knew you picked up people and went to the methadone clinic every day. You leave your house 4:45, 5 o'clock every day. Hell, yesterday you left at what, 5?
Yeah.
It was like
That's
right,
why-
right, five. It was pretty early.
That's why this morning I couldn't believe that I was speeding in which I usually don't.
Right. So
You screwed up our timeline this morning because we've been tracking you for a long time, and you left a little early yesterday, so we had to bump it up.
Yeah, because they've been cutting into my time to get to work on time. Come taking them to the methadone clinic, and it take them a whole hour and a half before they can get in there and get treated under this new system that they started using. And usually we get there at 5:30 and be out of there by 6 or 5:45.
what?
Sometimes, most of the time, I try to be at work at 6:30 or 6:45. Do I have a conscience?
Yeah. Do you have a conscience?
I think so.
I think so, too.
As good as I do with people,
You've already told me you don't let anyone use your
I
truck
don't.
except Jerry.
Jerry, correct.
And he's only used it twice.
Right.
And both times was when you were at work.
Right.
So,
I witnessed the death of my uncle when I was 5. I can understand that.
good. Now we're getting somewhere. How'd your uncle die?
He was shot to death.
Where at? Where were you at?
At home,
You were home?
his home,
How old were you?
5 or 6.
What happened?
I don't know.
You were too young to remember all the details?
All I know, he was shot.
Did you see him get shot?
I saw him fall.
You saw him fall to the ground? Did you hear the gunshots?
Yes.
And did you rush to him
Not immediately,
eventually?
because he said, get down as he was falling. And that's what I did.
And then after it was quiet, you realized he wasn't moving or talking?
Yup.
I do. I built my career on respect. I may have came in here a little bit, but I've been nothing but respectful to you. Knowing the stakes that are in play here, I've been respectful to you. You know why? Because I know you're when I say we've talked to people and I haven't heard anything, that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in here, this would have not have went the way it went. I wouldn't have sat here and brought you coffee. Got to know you a little bit. I went right at with what a piece of you are. I know you ain't that guy.
Yeah, they open on everything with me and my driver license and trying to get back and all that.
Well, all that's true though.
Trumpet all this mess up.
Listen, everything I said about that is true. There's opportunities for that. There's programs that help get the license back. All of that is true.
That is 100% true. There's a program through the state attorney's office.
Yep.
Where they'll work
I've
with
done.
you to get
I've
back.
assisted people in that process before that did right by me. They actually helped pay the fines and the fees. Everything I told you about that program is true. There's opportunities for that.
But it ain't gonna make a damn bit of good for you.
Let's
in
see,
jail for the
prior
murder.
to 2011, I was a habitual violator. Went through the process, got my driver's license back. I think it was the end of that year, 2012, 2013, December 2013. I go up and work in Savannah, Georgia.
Go where? Vidalia?
Savannah.
Oh, Savannah.
Savannah. Yeah. Give a female a ride home from Garden City into Savannah. Coming back out of Savannah, headed back to Garden City. I get pulled over for speeding. All right. Damn, how the hell I'm speeding when I'm slowing down, waiting on, trying not to jump in that 80 mile an hour traffic.
Right.
And get a DUI, because I have been, couldn't dispute it, I have been drinking.
Right.
Intoxicated, no. But that part don't matter.
Right.
You've been drinking.
Right. You didn't feel drunk, but you were over the legal limit. You felt like you had all your faculties, but it doesn't take much to blow over the limit.
Right.
Right.
Lose my license again. I said, well, I'm not a habitual, so I have to go through on a whole bunch of stuff. 3 months I was sitting in jail over there and finally getting to see a judge after 3 months. I finally get released with probation, DUI, school stipulation, defensive driving court, with a few other stipulations behind that, such as the SR 22A insurance for one. Then COVID-19 kicked in, which really money was already slow in the first place, trying to live and everything.
Right.
Made it worse.
Right.
Now here it is, 2022, and here comes this.
It's always something. Life comes at you fast, man. Especially when you get to our age. You're not much older than I am. You got me by a few years. But every day I wake up and there's another problem I got. Back, had 4 screws put in my neck. Spinal cord was flattened. I've had all kinds of, lost all the muscle on my right side, it atrophied away, I'll never get it back. Neuromuscular atrophy. It's always something. Ain't nothing we can do for us right now. We're at that point. We've lived our life. You know what I'm saying? We've had a good life though. I know you've had a good life. You've had some hiccups in the road. We all have. Everyone's got a different level of hiccup. But in between there's some good times.
True. Still I had some good times.
Who?
I said still have had some good times.
Yep. And there's
that's why I keep doing good for those that they don't appreciate me no damn way.
Well, that's why we need to get through this. We need to work our way through this, Henry, because there still can be good times. We don't gotta go out like this. You know what I'm saying? And we can do some good. That's the only reason I do this job. Talking to you right now, I don't get any extra money. Whatever happens here, I don't get extra paycheck. I don't get a bump in my paycheck. I don't get an extra couple hours off. I don't get to go home early. I don't get jack. You know what I get? It's gonna sound corny as hell. It's the only reason I do this, because I see some god awful. I see the worst unseen in my life. I still wake up thinking of some of the things I said when you don't care about going out and seeing 2 gangbangers that shot at each other and one took a round, but you go out and see those gangbangers that killed a 6-year-old child that was swinging on a swing set when they missed. I'll never unsee that. Mother drives her car into a lake and drowns her children. I'll never unsee that.
Okay. I heard stories of that one.
The detective deploys shocking, visceral imagery not to inform Henry, but to reframe the moral stakes. For Henry, this is a psychological sucker punch. It forces him to compare his own minor transgressions against the evil of child murder. The detective effectively isolates Henry from any co-conspirators, painting them as the real monsters, while inviting Henry to be the moral hero who comes clean.
So, there's things that... So we're past all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We still can have some good days ahead, but we've had a chance to live our life, and this is some horrible we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what we can't control? What's next?
Every day.
That's what we get to control, Henry. What's next? How am I remembered? How do I want to go out of this world? A man of character, a man who did what's right, or just some chump? Because that's what we're being played for right now, is chumps. We ain't no chumps, Henry. I know you ain't no chump. When I said respect, I meant it. I give you the same respect you give me. You've been respectful to me. I haven't raised my voice at you, and you raised your voice at me. We've disagreed. We know we're not on the same page, but we both know we can get there. We both know that. I know you.
Ain't nothing else I can give you. I don't think I need an attorney.
No.
You can just stand up and then put your hands behind your back for me.
Put them together like you're praying, sir.
Palms together.
Put your palms together. Palms together like you're praying. With the handcuffs, it's easier that way for you.
Like this. Can you put your palms together?
There you go.
Henry Tennant initially pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in 2023 as part of a cooperation agreement, facing a sentence of 15 years to life in prison. However, in January 2025, he announced that his testimony against the other defendants was false and requested a new attorney. His trial is scheduled to begin with jury selection on March 29, 2027.